all over myself. Alright, I'm back. Sorry guys, I had to drop the kids off at the pool. How's everything going? Hope stuff's well. Ooh. And I needed coffee. Oh god, I needed coffee. It's been a good day. Oh god, I'm still so fucking nasally. Yeah, it's so bad. You just get a be right back screen like a proper streamer. But then again, I've never been a proper streamer. I never claimed to be good at this. Yeah, I want a beer. These two open for fuck you. Give me a beer. Hell yeah. So let me rearrange this shit real fast. God damn it. Square that. Square that. Wait to grab that ratchet wrench. Where's another wrench? Put that on there. Put that there. Yo, Captain T! Welcome in, welcome in. Oh yeah, yeah. I've streamed a couple of times here, and I'm still producing more content for the YouTube, slowly but surely. Dude, I've heard the UAE is getting hit hard, though. I hope things are going well for you. Like, are you okay? I've actually been worried about you the last few days. I hope everything's going well. Hope you guys are okay. Doesn't seem like people are, like, freaking out quite yet, but I just hope things are okay for you, brother. Hope you're alright. No, the Middle East is getting a little psychotic right now. Yeah, sorry about that, by the way. We're gonna rein in our president one of these days here. Yeah, this van, Pug was right. This van does have gas. Probably should just go ahead and take it. Somebody told me the pool store. Dude, okay, cool. Yeah, keep personal stuff out of the chat. That's good. But yeah, feel free to send that to me. I do hope you're doing okay. I've been worried about you ever since this shit started popping off. Furniture, clothing. Do I want to go clothes shopping? Oh, well. I hear a zombie mashing its face against the... Oh, wow. You. It's locked. Hello? Gonna have to be careful. That car is gonna drive them crazy. Oh yeah. Yep. They're all attracted to the car. They're all attracted to the car. Oh boy. Ah! Shit. I'm just gonna leave that there. Not too many zombies around. We'll probably end up attracting some. That's alright. Mid-match. I understand. Do what you gotta do. And fork. Yeah, sure, let's use that up. I currently have the likelihood of... all that just to come out a different window? You dumbass. Hear about Polymarket investment bros threatening an Israeli reporter because he fouled a war wager as to whether or not Iran would hit a ground target. Honestly, like I'm glad that I am happy to see that we're finally getting to a point where lawmakers are catching up to Polymarket and other, in my opinion, unsanctioned, unlicensed betting apps that are specifically targeting young men and often bankrupting them. The sports betting is bad too, and hopefully they get around to that. It just makes too much money. But I will be very happy when lawmakers finally shut that shit down, because, in my opinion, yeah, it's straight unregulated gambling. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of them. I'm so tired of them. And look, I got no love for Israeli reporters, but, like, I don't know, that's just like, as with many aspects of this war, it's just, I don't even like either side. That's so much of war in the Middle East is me just being like, wow, I fucking despise both sides. You guys can fucking have each other. Get out of here. I hope it ends up being a bipartisan issue. I mean, Kalshi has a lot of money to throw around. They could just suddenly give a whole lot of money to the family that, because it's like one family that runs Fox News, or to Act Blue, and then what do you know, they're, you know, suddenly it's a partisan issue. I'm hoping it remains bipartisan, because the gambling, again, like, even without the fact that this, like, real-life gambling stuff is just straight unregulated gambling, in my opinion. So wildly unregulated, and just seems determined to bankrupt young men, alongside the sports betting crap that is just ruining sports. Ruining sports. Everything is gambling. Everything is fucking gambling now. The number of, like, I can't even get on, I mean, I kind of go back and forth on whether or not I use TikTok. I get on there every, like, couple of months and check out TikTok to see if it's worth watching, and it usually isn't, and then and then I undownload it again. But like, so often creators I see on short-form content websites, I'm watching their content like normal, and then suddenly, bam, rain bet ad, just suddenly out of the middle of nowhere. Yeah, let's put on a hand of blackjack real fast, as if that's just like a normal thing to do on a Tuesday. I'm so tired of the gambling in American culture. I mean, gambling has always been a thing in American culture. Americans have always loved gambling. Like, always. Like, you know, American in our obsession with freedom has meant that vices have always been one of our biggest issues. Whether that be drugs, gambling, war. Americans love that shit. And it doesn't always work out well for us. But anyway, yeah, I'm hoping lawmakers come down on this shit, because they probably won't in the case of the sports betting stuff, just because it makes so much money. And, you know, at the end of the day, line go up, therefore it's good. Fucking ridiculous. Why am I still stressed? Have a smoke. Have a smoke, brother. Have a smoke. Kill that stress. Oh, that helps. Okay, that did help a little bit. The problem is Polymarket's international. It can ban it, but fighting it overseas means roping in the CIA. There's more ways that we can exert force than just the CIA. Where are they specifically located? Like, where's their base at? Where are they headquartered? Probably Europe, if I had to guess. Set to bankrupt American men. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Italian or maybe Belgian, Swiss. One of them would probably do it. Or maybe, actually, you know what? Probably headquartered in the Middle East. Probably Dubai. I wouldn't be surprised if Dubai would headquarter something like that. No offense to those from Dubai, but it seemed like something that would be headquartered there. Oh, another pair of leather gloves. We'll bring those back. Dust mask. Unlock the trunk too. No key, but that's fine. Ooh, a wood axe! Oh, hell yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of good shit. Worn and dull. Oh, okay. That's not great. We can sharpen it. That's not a big deal. We can sharpen it. Right. Those. Full gas can. Awesome. 2 boxes of nails. Should we go back and start building or keep looting? What do you guys think? I'm not sure yet. I'll take all those. I also cannot find a fucking long blunt weapon to save my fucking life. Yeah, I'm hoping this war in Iran ends quickly, if for no other reason than that it's just a fucking catastrophe that's making the U.S. It's making the U.S. look like bullies. And that's when dealing with Iran. God, that's saying something. My God. How do you go to war with Iran and end up looking like the... I don't know. It hasn't made the U.S. look like bad guys. It just makes us look like idiots. Getting roped into a long-term war. But, on the other hand... I don't know how much longer the Iranian regime can last. I mean, sure, they have some degree of ideology on their side, but I don't know. I mean, they've been in power 50 years. I guess we should have expected that. And Trump definitely should have expected them to close the Strait of Hormuz. That should have been fucking obvious that they would do that. I don't know. I'm going back and forth on this war. It was a dumb decision. Well, I mean... I'm not opposed to the U.S. being at war. Well, I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm not opposed to the U.S. being at war. As long as it's conducted with actual, like, you know, an exit strategy. As long as we have clear, defined goals of what we're trying to accomplish. Not nebulous regime change, but not really. And kill the Ayatollah, and we finished that, but now we got more, but also not. And it's just turning into a fucking mess. Metal baseball bat! Actually, hang on. Let me clear out the rest of this real fast. Make sure there's no more zombies are gonna sneak up on me. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, that's a lot of baseball bats. Oh, shit. Oh, hell yeah, that's a lot of baseball bats. Oh, hell yeah. But yeah, I'm not opposed to the U.S. being at war inherently. I don't think war has to 100% be a bad thing. And I also even think that there's realities to the idea that if the U.S. is going to continue to be the world's security guarantor, as Europe expects us to be, while simultaneously wanting to be able to put us on a shelf whenever they feel like, there's a reality to the idea that we need to be able to conduct war and understand what the modern battlefield looks like on another, you know. We've now lost, what is it, a dozen American troops have died, over 200 wounded, and rising, which is terrible. But, as sad as it is to say, it's better to have that happen now than to, say, find out how unprepared we are for the modern battlefield in the middle of a fight with China, and have it be, you know, us discovering this, you know, and discover all this when we get 24, you know, 100 casualties, 100 KIA, or 1,000 KIA, and, you know, better for us to find out how little we understand of the modern battlefield with a dozen KIA and 200 wounded, than finding it out in the middle of a fight with China that's far more well prepared, where we end up with 1,000 KIA and 10,000 wounded, you know? I'm not opposed to war inherently, but there has to be a fucking plan! Like, Trump is just... He was hoping for another Venezuela, obviously. He wanted another Venezuela, and he just didn't get it. It didn't happen. It didn't work. They didn't fall apart. They might still fall apart. I think there's still a very real possibility that the Iranian regime could still fall apart. Now, of course, that would reset the U.S.'s relationships to a lot of other countries, which I don't think Trump has accounted for. Like, our relationship with the UAE and with Saudi Arabia would change irrevocably if we were to actually go to war, if we were to actually, like, turn Iran into a free country, as allegedly that is apparently the goal. If we did that, our relationship with a lot of other countries in the Middle East would change overnight, as suddenly, the UAE, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia would have a competitor for their oil products. Right now, Iran sends 90% of its oil to China, but if Iran ends up with a regime that's friendly to the United States and starts actually being able to sell to the United States, the UAE and Saudi Arabia could suddenly not be our ally. Well, maybe not the UAE. The UAE, I think, would probably stick around, but Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, who knows what all of these relationships would have to be completely redefined. Oh, cool, Captain. Thank you. Again, I'm really just I just want to make sure you're okay. Like, not there's much I can really do, but I'm praying for you, brother. Alright, I'm just gonna take my bag full of baseball bats back to the base here. Yeah, I'm not opposed to war inherently, but I don't think Trump has thought through the long-term implications of this war, and obviously went in without a fucking plan of how to end it, like an idiot. Alright, let's take this baby back. That's fine. Got quite a few tools. We got got a whole bag full of baseball bats for anybody who needs it. We can recheck the police station, I guess, if we really want to. Oh shit, they're all respawning. Oh, they're respawning. That's awkward. Bodies. Netanyahu had a plan. Yeah, Netanyahu's plan isn't going according to plan. Oh god. Okay. With any luck, it would be, I have to say, speaking of plans not going according to plan, it would be very ironic if this war and the American lives lost ended up being the reason that finally put a blockade. Oh my god, the sheep! They're still there! It would be ironic if this finally became the thing that put a line in the sand between the U.S. and Israel. It would be very funny if Netanyahu pushing the U.S. into war was the thing that finally got the U.S. to say, okay, Israel, hang on. Now you've gotten Americans killed. Now we need to talk. It would be quite funny if that finally happened. Do I think that could happen? The longer the war goes on, I think it becomes more and more likely that the U.S. finally starts to reevaluate their relationship with Israel. But again, I mean, there's still some degree of hope right now. I mean, it's going to depend on Israeli competency. In the Discord, check it out. Yeah, it's going to depend on Israeli competency. Can Israel actually put in a new government into Iran? Who the fuck knows? I don't. No one does. We'll just have to see. No one really knows anything about what's going to happen in Iran right now. I don't think the Iranian regime really knows what's going to happen. I mean, as much as the U.S. has obviously failed to topple the regime on day 2, like they wanted to, the regime won't survive just losing people at this rate. Like, the regime won't survive hiding in bunkers, especially when Israel is still finding them. Holy shit. Like, they won't survive that. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Dude, Captain, I hope you... Holy shit. That's... Holy shit. Dude, I'll keep you in my prayers, brother. That's fucked up. Not much I can do over disc. I'll keep you in my prayers, man. That's... I'm sorry you're going through that. That's fucking terrible. That's absolutely fucking atrocious. That's awful. Jesus. Yeah, anyway. Let's hope this war ends soon. The Iranians... I don't know. This is... Yeah. What a fucking war. I will say, the one thing that did surprise me, and I think it surprised everybody in the region, like, I think it surprised everyone in the region how quickly this happened. How Iran just turned on everybody. Like, Iran's willingness to just start bombing every other... I mean, obviously, Iran is neither an Arab nor a traditionally Muslim nation. They're fucking Persians. Like, at least from my understanding, I don't live in the Middle East. I'm glad... at the very least, Captain, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're... It's... You know? Things like this happen in life, and it's horrible, but... You know? Keep moving forward, I guess. There's not much else I can say, but... Only that I got you in my prayers. The willingness of Iran to just suddenly start bombing the shit out of all of its neighbors really shocked me. Like, really, and I think a lot of analysts were shocked too. And it certainly shocked Trump. And it's left a lot of people dead in Dubai and in Bahrain and in Oman and in the UAE. It's been... I don't know. The relationships between these individual countries has always been kind of weird because, I mean, historically, you know, Saudi Arabia has not necessarily wanted Iran to fall, even though they know Iran, in theory, is their enemy. You know, Iran and Saudi Arabia are, in theory, enemies. But also, you know, they don't necessarily want complete U.S. and Israeli hegemony in the region. They don't want the U.S. and Israel being able to do whatever the fuck they want. Same with the UAE, same with Oman, same with everything. But now that Iran has shown that they're just going after anybody who dares ever have any positive relationship with the U.S. or Israel, now a lot of those countries are suddenly thinking, maybe, I don't know, it's strange. Like, there's so many variables for how this could end. So many, and no one really knows how this is gonna end. Like, I don't know. There's just no way of knowing how this ends. There's just no way of fucking knowing how this ends. Too much pain going around, yeah. Iran's willingness to inflict pain on its neighbors has been just shocking. Just fucking shocking. Like, they're willing to start bombing the shit out of the UAE, especially. But also, you know, again, Saudi Arabia, everyone else has been really shocking. I think even to the US and Israel. Very shocking. It's fucking horrible to see. On the one hand, I mean, if the Iranian... And that's another thing, another variable, because if the Iranian regime does survive... I mean, even the countries who were kind of, sort of invested in Iran not folding, you know, who didn't like Iran, but also didn't want Iran to fold completely, to give the U.S. and Israel allowed to do whatever the hell they want, you know, like Saudi Arabia. If the Iranian regime survives, Saudi Arabia is going to definitively, more than likely, probably be at some kind of Cold War with them for the foreseeable future, as will a lot of nations in the region. Like, these, you know, as opposed to, I mean, I guess technically, again, they kind of were. Jesus Christ, that's fucked up. Wild shit happening in this world right now. It's just crazy. It's sad to see. And again, you know, I am genuinely shocked at Iran's willingness to do this. Like, I don't think anybody expected them to be so willing to just openly just start bombing everything that moved, everyone they could get their hands on. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Get out of here. Really, it's fucking terrible. I will say, not really related to this theater of war, but it is nice to see that at the very least this will hopefully drive the U.S. and Ukraine closer. For some reason, Trump is trying to get closer to Putin right now, like a fucking idiot. Trump needs to stop fucking trying to cozy up to Putin. Oh, it's just so blatant he's doing it so he can gain wealth for himself and his family. Which is so fucking shitty. So fucking shitty. Fuck Trump for that. Oh my god. What the fuck are you doing using this as an opportunity to give Putin like a fucking an off-ramp? What the fuck is wrong with you? It's the last thing we'd be fucking doing. With one of Iran's major allies who's providing them intelligence to kill American soldiers. Fucking idiot. Oh, yeah. Sorry. We were talking about zombie films earlier. No. CD, Rosewood Prison? Title Live at Rosewood Prison. Huh. I wonder if that's supposed to be a parody of, Johnny Cash. Oh, a sheep. What are you doing over here? Don't run under my car. Oh boy. Oh wow. We're really gonna have to start. We're gonna have to think about relocating Castle Richard. Yeah, I think it's about time to start going shopping for a better safe house. Let me turn this off real fast. Just tracking the pause. Over there, it's fine. Yeah, we're gonna have to relocate Castle Richard. Maybe one of these towns down here. You know what? Let's head south. Ah! I am doing quite well, actually. I'm producing some new content for the YouTube channel. That's going to be really fun. It's based around this character. Yeah, I created this character who's a fucking Twitch streamer named Asmonkai. It's going to be funny. Get at me. But yeah, going to be making some new content for the YouTube channel soon. That's been funny. I'm also spending a lot of money on it. Yeah, so that's fun. But again, I'm hoping it turns out well. I mean, if it turns out well, that's what matters. That's what I want. But hoping it turns out. been okay. I really like my new job. I can't talk about my job too much because I work in a hospital and, you know, HIPAA laws are a thing in the U.S. Basically, I can't talk about, you know, doctor-patient confidentiality. You can't talk about what goes on in a hospital. It's like Fight Club rules, like legally speaking. But yeah, I really like my new job. It's awesome. Meteor that blew up over... Oh, I did hear about that. Yeah, yeah. I didn't... Well, I didn't hear much. I just heard that there was a meteor that blew up. Like 7-ton piece of rock flying over the... flying over Appalachia. Get over here. We have more animals? Got more Zeds down here. Get away from the animals. Jumped at the elderly. Oh god, what did I do? I don't know, I do crazy shit. But yeah, things are going really, really well. I'm, like, financially, things are going well. Like, I mean, it's not perfect, but things are still a bit tight. But, oh, that's a turkey. That's a turkey. Come here, boy. Come on, I want to put you in the fenced-off area. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Here we go. Get out of here. Fucking Zeds! There were boots. Take those and just throw them on the ground. Nothing else. Gotta start clearing these blockages on the road. That one. Just gonna put them all in this fenced off area. Colt. A baby turkey is called a colt? I never knew that. That's funny. Well, they'll have human meat to feast on, I suppose. They're kind of cute. But yeah, I do really like my job. It can be a little intense. Not gonna lie, there is some like wrestling of psych patients involved. I mean, I told you guys before, I'm working security at a hospital, and it's like not a normal security job. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're going hands-on with patients probably like several times a week, I'd say. I mean, obviously we try to avoid it. We don't want to, like, you know, be hands-on with patients for extended periods of time, but it's a couple times a week. It's inevitable. It's a thing we just got to do. You know, we have patients who are actually insane, as well as those who are just violent or people who can't leave the hospital for whatever reason but try to force their way out, and we got to put them back. Again, I have so many good stories about my job, but, like, HIPAA regulations make it hard to talk about. And also, just, like, beyond the legal stuff, I don't want to talk about other people. Just say, I've never killed anyone! That has never happened. Although, I do move a lot of bodies around in the morgue. Funny enough, part of our job is we do both the receiving... because it's a big hospital that I work for. We have a helipad, and so security does the receiving of patients up on the helipad. Can I not? Maybe I can't hook this up. Hang on. Yeah, so we do both the receiving of patients on the helipad, And we also get move the bodies around in the morgue. So we get to see patients at the highest and lowest points in the hospital. It's funny. But yeah, I really like it. Like I said, we get to go to the helipad on a pretty regular basis, like probably every other day I'm up there, receiving the choppers. We've actually had to fight a meth head a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago now. It's kind of, it's interesting seeing the reactions you get from people, because even like, it's not a law enforcement job. I'm not law enforcement. I'm just a security guard. At the end of the day, I'm just private corporate security. But we're still required, like, there are still times where we're taking away people's freedom because maybe they've said something where they have to be taken into the care of the hospital. They have, like, requirements where they can't be on their own, or they're under someone else's conservatorship, or they're on a hold for suicide watch, or possibly other types of watches, like a homicidal watch or stuff like that. That's what they all say. Shut up! I've never killed anybody. Not even once. Not even when I wanted to. It's interesting the reactions that you get from people sometimes when you're taking their freedom from them. Some of them have some very interesting reactions to it. Then, of course, there are other people who literally will just act out because they want you to shoot them full of ketamine. They just, literally, there are some people who just act out and throw things and freak out just because they want the doctors to knock them out with ketamine. That does happen from time to time. And that's the reality of it. There's some good stories I can tell that I won't get me in trouble, because I don't want to. Again, I would prefer not to violate anybody's HIPAA rights. You know, to not have their medical information put on blast on Twitch. I'm trying to think of like what good stories I can actually tell. Why is there a man in the middle? Oh, Scarecrow. I don't know, I'll keep thinking about it. It's a really fun job, though. I do like it a lot. It can be physically demanding, and it can also be very slow. And a lot like law enforcement stuff, you're working independently a lot. Spending a lot of time working independently. Which is good. I like a job where I have a lot of independence. But that can also be a double-edged sword, you know. If your hiring practices aren't good, then... Hello. Come outside, please. Come die out here, where your body won't stink up my new house. If we decide to make this castle richer. It does have a lot of room, which is nice. No, keep going. Come on. Come on. Come on. Keep going. There we go. This is fun. But yeah, I really like the job. It's, I'm actually thinking, it's kind of made me wonder, because apparently some of the local police departments actually do hire from our security team quite a bit. And I'm kind of thinking about maybe going PD at some point. I'm thinking about it. It's still Illinois, and our police departments are not great. Honestly, like, really not great. Not in the sense of, like, they're not hard-working, but, like, it's... When you're in a Democrat-run state, like, it's... Their idea of policing is very confused. Like, you know... I guess, basically, I'm contemplating, do I want to be in a police officer in a state where my own politicians who sign my paycheck are chanting defund the police, you know? Oh, yes, Blue Marell. Welcome in, by the way. Also, I just realized that this microphone has been super far away from me this whole time. Have you guys been able to actually hear me? I hope so. Yeah. I'm, yeah, this is a super common basing spot anyway. I'm gonna keep taking these apart. I need the electrical skill. I need to be able to hotwire cars. The rain in Zomboid was louder than me. Okay. Well, hopefully that should be fixed now. So yeah, I really, really like the new job, and it's got me wondering whether or not it would be a good idea to maybe go PD, become a cop. I like the idea. But also, I really like my job now, and, you know, even if I did that, it wouldn't be for probably at least another year. I'd like to put in 1.5 years at this job, at the very least. Some kind of law dog. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know. I like my job in part because I get to keep people safe. I like keeping people safe. I like what I do. Got less echoey. Yeah, I suddenly turned. Yeah, I found out that my microphone was like 2 feet from me across the desk. I forgot to actually move the microphone when I came back to the desk. So yeah, it should be working now. I'm actually going to turn the regular volume down and myself up just a little bit. Just tweak that so the rain isn't quite so loud. Okay. Ooh, wow, lots and lots of tools and planks and 3 boxes of nails. Oh, hell yeah. Interesting. Alright, let's see if this place is clear. Zeds, if you're here, make yourself known. I'm not seeing anybody. There's not many spawning here. I mean, we're pretty far from the city at this point, and it is urban focused. No basements, which makes it bad for Twitch streaming. You gotta have a basement if you're gonna be a Twitch streamer. One of those cops that wears a giant cowboy hat. I'm in Illinois, not Texas. I ain't that kind of cop. Could maybe get one of those big, wow! Big wide-brimmed state trooper hats, though. No, I need you to, no, I don't want to drag your body out. Come on. Get over here. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Alright. What if they don't want to? Wait, what if who doesn't want to what? Wait, hang on. Yeah, come over here and die, like, way over in the woods for me. Come on. There we go. Yep, way away. Ooh, I want to take apart your watch, too. Yeah, I mean, I like my job. Also, the zombies don't want to go out. Well, he's not getting much of a fucking choice. I'm also now trained on how to do proper physical holds. So he's getting escorted out of the building whether he wants to or not. Yeah, no. I really like my job. My job is awesome. My job is fucking great. The guys I work with are super cool. This is actually like the first time in my adult life where I'm at a job where I'm around mostly conservatives. And I like it. It's fun. It's nice being around that, especially at this point in Illinois. Especially at this point in the Democrats' political run where they're just defending just the worst ideas. Like, just consistently defending dumb shit on a daily basis. It's nice. Electromax, Franklin, Vola. Oh, wait, hang on. It's probably for one of the trucks. Yeah, if the zombies don't want to go out, they're going out anyway. That's their problem. Do-rags, farmer hats. Be one of those cops that shows up in a different hat every single day. I can't say I've ever heard of a cop wearing a do-rag. Outside of maybe, like, Law and Order. Or The Wire. But yeah, and I mean, if I did go PD, I don't think I'd want to work as a police officer in Illinois. Again, like, I'm not sure I would really want to... I'm not sure I really want to be a cop in an area where the people you're supposed to defend are yelling, defund the police, you know? Don't you fucking say it. No, just go Elysium. No, get out of here. Get out of here, Signy. What are you even... No. What are you... Why would you even say that? Why would you even bring up that game? Why would you even say that? Why would you even say that? Get out of here. Get out of here. No, absolutely fucking not. No. Ugh. Oh, God. What a painful experience that was. Ugh. No, I wanted to be a cop when I was younger, but I never pursued it. In part because, like I said, it's like the politics in Illinois. You know, no one's going to want to be a cop in an area where the people you're defending are shouting defund the police, while also calling you to defend them. Come on. You know, I would be open to continuing that game. Actually, it would be funny. As much as I hated the experience of playing it, I do recognize it's pretty goddamn good content. We could continue it. We could. I'm open to that idea. I'm off tomorrow. I could put in like 2 hours tomorrow if we really wanted to. I could play it for 2 hours or so, continue doing it, and just like fucking punish myself. I'm enough of a masochist. We could continue playing Disco Elysium. I would not have any fun. I mean, you gotta understand the entire... Like, it would just be me getting mad at the game for, like, 6 hours straight. It would just be me yelling about how much I hate the game. But if you're down for that, we could. This is hard. I didn't appreciate that one, Al. I actually didn't appreciate that one. Gotta get the body down off the tree, Detective Dubois. Yeah, whatever. Punching that stupid kid in the face was the one thing I actually liked in that game. And that's only because they successfully made him annoying. They need to cut the fucking dialogue down to like a quarter of what it was, though. Although it is funny. I do find it funny, after I posted that review, how many people, like, thought it was, like, owning me to get into the comment section and be like, ha, joke's on you. You said you'd like to see more from this development team. They broke up immediately afterward due to a political dispute. Shows how much you know. No, shows how much they were confused about their own politics. Shows exactly what my point was, actually. Oh, I fucking punched Kuno. Fuck that kid. Fuck Kuno. Yeah, I fucking punched Kuno in the face. That was like the one part of the game I actually enjoyed. Oh, shoot the kid and go to jail? I don't think I would shoot a kid. Although, the voice acting was really not good, and it was pretty obviously a middle-aged woman pretending to be him. Which it usually is, but it's not supposed to be completely fucking obvious. It's alright, we're just gonna move on, Al. Don't worry about it, we're just gonna move on. Yeah, let's rest here for a second. I'm kind of just thinking, like, where do we want Castle Richard to be? That's the question here. I mean, do we want to... Ultimately, the question is, where do we want to expand as far as... Like, where do we want to be looting next? That's the main thing. I haven't done much in Brandenburg. Oh my god. Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! I will say, the physical version of the game, like the, picking a physical build off the bat was super disappointing. Super, super, super disappointing. Like, you really couldn't do shit. And I gotta be honest, I'm one of those people who's like, yeah, I get it. Like, it's a game where... Hey! Oh, never mind. Actually, I'll have a smoke for a sec. I get the idea that it's supposed to be... I ranted about this in the review, too. You know, the fucking D&D obsession. That fucking game is such a holdover from that one period in gaming history right around between 2020 and 2025 where fucking every game developer thought that crowbarring in mechanics from Dungeons and Dragons would just inherently make the gaming experience better. Gotta introduce random rolls for fucking everything. You have to introduce the ability to fail rolls at basic tasks, as if that makes a game better. Like, you know, and that's all. And if you want to introduce D&D mechanics, you're unfortunately going to get the worst of D&D too. You're going to get the good things and the bad things. You'll get the randomness as far as storytelling, sure, but you're also going to get the main issue with D&D's logic and gameplay style, which is that realism in a gameplay. Just cheat max stats. Okay, fair. I am mad about that door. That's correct, Signy. I am mad about that door. I'm not hiding that. I am mad about that fucking stuck door. Took me like 4 tries. I picked physical build. That's the point. It was annoying. It was fucking annoying. Why was there no difference between success and failure? That fucking game. Again, if you want to tell a tight, cohesive story, like which they clearly wanted to do, but they also wanted you to be able to go anywhere, do anything on day one. Why? Who cares? Again, same with Baldur's Gate 3, another Hallmark game from that era where everybody thought being D&D was the way to go, was the future of gaming. As if D&D doesn't have its very own real issues as far as gameplay that are not highlighted in Critical Role. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating. Skipping the 4 story walls. Yeah, it could be cool. Maybe. I don't know. That could be fun. I also just, like, didn't have fun in the actual gameplay itself, to be honest. I didn't have fun playing it. It was just obnoxious. So goddamn obnoxious. Okay, let's make a decision here. I mean, it's night, so I'm not really worried about, like, rushing, but where do we want to be looting next? Do we want to head for... No, West Point is really far. That's really far. Maybe in the next build, we'll head over toward West Point. We'll spawn in West Point, make a base there, and then push into Louisville. Because I do want to push into Louisville eventually as a team. But like, we'll do that on a day. Maybe if the server grows a bit, we'll push in. I'd love to take like Louisville International Airport and just turn it into like a mega base for our whole team, and then just loot Louisville clean. That'd be awesome. Oh, Signy, there you are. Hey. What's up, buddy? Good to see you there. Yes, I did turn that on. I made some changes, and you probably noticed logging in that there's additional mods now. Most of the interesting stuff in Disco Elysium is right at the end. Yeah, you told me that before, and you're not the only one who's told me that. Everyone's like, yeah, it really comes together at the end. It's like, that's great. Awesome. I mean, same with Baldur's Gate 3. It's like, yeah, if you push through, but it's like the physical act of playing the game is just not pleasant at all. And I just couldn't. But I may punish myself on a stream if you guys would find that entertaining. We'll see. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to punishing myself for the sake of good content, if people would enjoy it. But I feel like it also just might come across as just being hateful, and I don't necessarily want to do that. You know, that's kind of the thing I go back and forth on as far as playing Disco Elysium again. I think it would be really entertaining, but I also just don't want to look like a hateful asshole who's just shitting all over a game that other people like, you know? That's why I tend to shit. I mean, you know. Enjoy your night, Captain T. I'm continuing to pray for you. Everyone, please keep Captain in your thoughts and prayers as things are getting chaotic in the Middle East right now. And let's all hope for a speedy end of this war. Remember, these are real people who are out there, you know, having their lives destroyed out there. Day, right? Yeah, whatever. Enjoy, oh God, don't hurt yourself. Okay, good, we're fine. Just enjoy. Have a good one. I'll leave it at that. It's currently just after midnight here in the U.S. We'll leave that cat there. Don't need it. Some rotten food. Let's wash these up. I don't know. Are there any other games you guys would find fun to, like, for a stream? Like, yeah, we got the multiplayer stuff with Zomboid. That's super fun. I'm wondering if there's other games. I mean, Total Warhammer is also fun, but my graphics card really isn't good enough to play it. And it's my graphics card and my hard drive are not really fast enough, so the loading times are just glacial. Don't force yourself into playing a game you like. Maybe there are much better point and clicks. I mean, I am someone who likes point and clicks in theory. I mean, I went back and played, what was it? What was it called? Grim Fandango in like 2018. Hate on Rich? Why? Why we gotta be like that? Just because I didn't like Disco Elysium. Whatever. Have a good one. Yeah, I mean, I like point and clicks. Here's the thing. Just to be clear here, I like point and click games. I mean, I've also been a big avid defender of, I've been an avid defender of turn-based games as well. I think that it's good for a game that doesn't want to be a combat game, like Disco Elysium. It's good for them to choose something that's simple and effective as far as gameplay styles. You know, that's good. Telltale games could be fun. There's a Telltale Jurassic Park game? I did not know that. Huh. That does sound interesting. I've heard good things about The Wolf Among Us, so I would be down to play that. I really need to find Carpentry 2. Fuck, I need to find Carpentry 1. Also need to find Maintenance 2. You know what? Books are going to be a big thing to find. It's pretty sus. I've heard good things, and again, I'm thinking about stuff that would be good for a stream. Things about making choices are always good. What is that? Oh, that's the sanatorium. There is a bookstore back in town. You could just go there. That would be the best place. Oh my God, it is dark. Holy shit. Nah, I ain't going anywhere tonight. Fuck that. Oh God, again? Oh, they gotta fix that at some point. Put some planks on some of these windows. Just to get, like, that basic level of defense. Just to have it. Jurassic Park game is now unlisted after Telltale full... Oh, shit, you're right! I forgot Telltale went out of business. Oh, damn, that's so sad. They could have at least, like, sold to EA or something like that, or, like, I would think. I forgot they went out of business. Oh, man, now I'm kind of sad. I forgot about that. Shit. Ooh, a crucible. Oh, that's very nice to have. Okay. Good to know that's there. Still can't get into this goddamn truck. Oh, well. Oh my god, it is dark. And I also have a bunch of lights, like, right in my face, which is not helping with my ability to see the screen. Oh, there we go. Planks. Perfect. And flashlights. No, I can't. God damn it. Alright, fine. Equip secondary. There we go. Ah, that helps. That helps quite a bit. There we go. Now we've got 7 more planks to throw up. They did Batman, Game of Thrones. Oh, I heard they did Game of... I gotta be honest, I never really liked Game of Thrones as a franchise. Sorry. I know some people are gonna be mad at me for that. I never really liked Game of Thrones that much. Hephaestus might kill me for that, especially given that I'm currently painting his Game of Thrones minis. But I never really liked Game of Thrones all that much. I really didn't. It's very... I can see why it was popular from a cultural standpoint. I can see why a very specific audience vibed with it. Even for all the irony of ironies involved in them liking it. Like, you know, people saying that, like, Daenerys Targaryen was, like, a feminist icon. Oh, the irony of anything in Game of Thrones being feminist when that whole franchise just absolutely brutally fetishized assault on women. Just blatantly enjoyed, you know, fetishizing the violence toward women unapologetically. Like, Jesus Christ. Just unapologetic in how much it fetishizes assaulting women, both physically and sexually. Holy shit. The way that franchise was obsessed with hurting women. And honestly, even the violence in general, like, a lot of it wasn't even, like... Sure, the battles were cool. Like, yeah, like, you have, like, the Battle of the Bastards and stuff like that, and some of the violence could be really interesting. But a lot of the violence just felt like it was written by the type of writer who used to, like, pull the legs off of spiders when he was a kid. Like, it's just... It's not even, like, fun violence. It's just angry, bitter violence. It feels like it's written by... Like I said, it feels like what's his name? George R.R. Martin. He just feels like the type of guy who used to pull the legs off of spiders when he was a kid, you know? That's the vibe I get going back and looking at scenes like the Red Wedding, you know? You know, even looking at, like, the actual historical events that inspired the Red Wedding was nowhere near as bad as the fucking story. Meanwhile, the fan base is justifying it happening by saying, well, it's realistic. It's realistic for all this incredibly graphic violence to be happening because it's based on the War of the Roses and stuff like that. No, the actual event that inspired the Red Wedding was nowhere near this bad. Like, no one killed a pregnant woman in cold blood in the actual event. I believe it was 2 single dudes. And even then, it started a war. Like, as opposed to ending one like the Red Wedding did, which was so stupid. The North would have fucking... the North would never have submitted in that event. The Bannermen would never have gone home after Robb Stark gets brutally murdered along with his pregnant fiance. What the fuck? The North would have come after the fucking what are they named? Lannisters. Fucking even hard, twice as hard. They would have just put somebody else in charge. Look at Iran. Just whatever. It was very frustrating. I never liked Game of Thrones. The fan base was so confused in its messaging and didn't understand even what they wanted half the time. I did not like Game of Thrones. Never did. Never liked it. Wait, hang on. Attach can only be attached to webbing. Really? I don't know. Saw the issue with the car, couldn't enter it. Weird bug that seems to have started showing up a few versions back. If you didn't unlock your doors, you have to, like, take the entire passenger door off to fix it. Oh, shit. All right, well, let's hope it resolves itself. Like I said, I mean, we got bigger fish to fry as far as the current settings here. I'm worried about mods. I'm worried about a lot of stuff. No, it doesn't have a battery in it. Damn. Let's go ahead and eat something. Telltale Walking Dead was by far their best game series. I did play The Walking Dead back in the day, and I really liked it. Well, I played Season 1. Now they're on, like, Season 4, I think. Telltale presents the Iran War. Oh, my God. You know, it's funny. There really hasn't been a lot of content that's revolved around U.S. imperialism. The closest I can think for a game that really explored the psyche of U.S. imperialism was probably, like, Fallout New Vegas. I mean, it's sort of... Despite the fact that there is so much content about Fallout New Vegas online, and how deep dives of it still do so well, I haven't really heard anybody talk about it from the perspective of seeing both the NCR and the Legion through the lens of, like, where U.S. imperialism was at the time. Like, I mean, even if, you guys know, there's a channel called Big Beak Entertainment who does great Fallout reviews. He does reviews of all the Fallout games, or at least all the... He's at least done it for 3, New Vegas, and 4. Everyone will remember that. That's where we are. They, God damn it, Signy, you threw me off! Forgot. Oh, yeah. I haven't really seen anyone examine it through the lens of where U.S. imperialism was at the time, being, you know, because obviously, I mean, in their design of the NCR is very much meant to evoke, you know, and being troops who are lost, demoralized, out in the desert, far from home. Like, it very much gives the vibes of, like, Gulf War or the Iran or the Iraq War, you know? U.S. imperialism in the Middle East. And even, like, the silliest Fallout creators, like Big Beak Entertainment, who's one of my favorites, even he compared, you know, New Vegas to the invasion. Like, he compares, like, how it is, how Las Vegas is, like, a remote desert with no natural resources except for the profligate soldiers who are from an invading imperial power. And it's like, that is literally Afghanistan, which is true. He was right about that. That was a great comparison. Like, no one's really looked at New Vegas through the lens of, like, seeing the NCR and the Legion, or seeing I guess the NCR most notably, through the lens of, like, an invading force going out into the desert, similar to, like, the Gulf War. You know, because the game came out in 2011. That stuff was way more fresh back then in the minds of the American public. And I think that, yeah, like, the NCR's design work really does evoke, like, Gulf War era United States troopers for multiple reasons, more than just, and I don't think that's the only thing, but I'm just going on too much. Anyway, I think that would be an interesting, I'm just ranting. Guys, don't let me rant for so long. I just get lost. Don't do that to me. Don't let me just rant, because I'll just get lost eventually. Hopefully, eventually, this place lightens up. Oh my god, it is dark out here. Which is good. That's one of the changes I liked in Build 42. I'll keep clearing the roads here as well. But yeah, there hasn't... Oh, that's what I was saying. There hasn't really been any game that's really looked into U.S. imperialism and, like, really thought about things like the Iran War, the Iraq War, U.S. invasions into the Middle East, outside of maybe New Vegas. Is probably the closest we've ever gotten. Oh, boy. Okay, didn't mean to use this hammer as an actual weapon, but we are where we are. I didn't know my wrench would break that quickly. Okay, there we go. Let me Anything on you? Nothing. You, nothing. Nothing. Oh, wait, you have the duffel bag with nothing in it, but I'll still take the duffel bag. Be good to have. Man, can't believe my wrench broke that fast. Whoa. Where'd you come from? Wait. Why'd I put my claw hammer in there? I need that. Yeah, there hasn't really been any game that's really thought about things like the Gulf War, the Iran War, games, movies, maybe Generation Kill, I guess, as far as shows, is probably the only one. And it was more sort of glorifying it. Well, not quite glorifying it, but it was determined to see... It was a very humanizing take from the... and distinctly from the American perspective. It didn't really engage with any non-American perspective. Even though I like Generation Kill. It's great. It didn't really try to see the conflict from, like, the Iraqi perspective at all. Hey, it's a mason's trowel. I'll take that. Thank you very much. That could probably get moved off the road. Oh boy. Okay. Let's just get rid of it. Oh, matchbook. Kitchen knife. Real quick, let's dismantle his watch. Anything else they've got? A pair of work boots. A couple of residence keys. Nothing else. Give me that electrical experience. Oh, there's a car key. Really need to get a better bat. Get out of here. Ah! I'm trying to think. I suppose games that really explore the American psyche in general are pretty few and far between. Fallout's one of the few franchises that really does, because it takes place in America. Post-apocalypse, but still in America, ultimately. One of the few games that really delves into that. I don't know if I even say it really delves into it that much. It just does a bit. I don't know where this medical coat's here. Oh shit, we got more of them. Shit, give me the cigarilla. What? 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 Get out of the car. 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 What? No! What the fuck? Okay, well, I'm scratched all over. Okay, well, that's frustrating. Well, that sucks. Hang on. Just hang on. Just hang on. Hang on. I'm not bitten, I'm just scratched. I do have a laceration. I'll be fine. I'm just in a lot of pain now. It's gonna slow me down. That fucking game glitched. Couldn't get out of the car. Kind of ironic, though, Signy, after I just told you that I wasn't going to focus on fixing the car bug. Oh, God damn it. Alright, alright. Give me a sec here. Okay, I'm in a lot of pain, but I'll be fine. Throw a bandage on it. I don't have any more disinfectant. I need painkillers? I do. Pop a couple of them. Let's get back to work. Ugh, my clothing's also destroyed. I can still get my leather jacket back home, though. And there's a big-ass horde, of course. God damn it. Well, I got some maintenance skill. Okay, I gotta get out of here. At least it'll start lightening up soon. God damn it. Fucking glitch. Okay. There we go. Oh my god, it's finally lightening up. Go. Get out of here. Ugh. Thank god I didn't get bitten. Just invent zombies. And sometimes you don't. Okay, what's got holes in it? Well, my jeans have holes in them now, which sucks. Okay, take those. Your pants don't. Give me those. Also, I'm going to dismantle your watch real fast. The police jacket's got holes in it now. Take that scrap. Take that. That's good. Gloves have holes in them. The chainmail glove held up. What do you know? My Hawaiian shirts! Aw, don't ruin the Hawaiian. Why you gotta be like that? Alright, we need to get some clothing. Shit. Where? Whoa, where'd all my gear go? Whoa, what happened? I didn't mean to take off all my gear. Why? Oh, I think Hephaestus mentioned that before. Using two-handed weapons will just randomly make you naked. Also, where I need to put shoes on. Also, I'm going to scratch at my feet. On top of all the other injuries I've got. Also, put pants on. There we go. Whew. All right. Okay. Why can this not go? Oh, my belt is unequipped too. That's weird. Okay, everything's in the wrong order, but whatever. I don't care. Just put the weapons back on the belt. There we go. Well, that's frustrating. Ugh, God. Critical damage. My head is scratched and bleeding, which is not good. I think that's why my damage is still going down. Come on. Just Die! Any bandages? Anything? No? God damn it. Okay. Let's just get back home. I got plenty of gear. I can recover there. This is frustrating, but whatever. I'm still taking damage. Get out of here. Confucius says, "Man with a hole in his pants feel cocky all day." Oh, that's a real Chinese proverb, is it? I bet it is. Come on. There we go. Okay. Hello, sheep. Good to see you're still doing well. Alright, let's get inside. Ugh. God damn it. Fucking torn apart by zombies. At least I didn't get bitten. Pretty badly scratched up, though, but we'll survive. Okay. That. More bandages. Perfect. Disinfect that. Wash up that bandage. Take that. God, I'm running out of these alcohol wipes that fast? Jeez. Okay. Give me that. Disinfect. And bandage it up. Okay. Alright. We're in a lot of pain, but we'll survive. It's just not an ideal situation, but we'll be okay. Really gonna have to prioritize finding more bandages and medical equipment now. Because I think I just used up all the bandages I had. God fucking damn it. That sucks. Okay, well, such is life. Take that rag. Glad I grabbed that now. Another pair of leather gloves. Where's that? Where is it? Leather jacket. There we go. Go ahead and put that on. It's gonna be hot, but whatever. At least we're safe. Where's that cowboy hat? Plastic cowboy hat with a whistle. I don't think I want to use that one. Maybe a real cowboy hat. Like that one. There we go. Still bandage. Oh my god, you can still see the bandages through it. Whatever. Such is life. We'll survive. You can train first aid now, like the best skill in the game. Oh, you can. Oh, interesting. Huh. How do you train it? How do you do that? I'd be interested in doing that. I don't know how, though. I need a better pair. I need a thicker pair of jeans. Severe injuries, agitated, and in agony. Oh, God. You'll survive. Rub some dirt on it. Have an orange. It's alright. I might be in severe pain, but that's what tequila's for. Where is that? Where's that bottle? When I drink tequila... Nope, nope, nope. Not gonna be like that. Not gonna do that. Shoot. Where's that tequila? I saw it here like 30 seconds ago. I know it's here. Don't hide from me now. Where are you? There it is. Ooh, we got 2 bottles. Oh, I did hear about Afro Man winning his case. That I am up to date on. That's fucking hilarious. Fucking cops. Oh, that sucks. Too full to eat more. Oh, oh. Really? I can't drink tequila? I'm in a lot of pain right now. It would be nice if I could have some tequila or a beer. I'm too full. I'm never too full for beer. This is in Kentucky. Well, they're not Midwesterners. Okay, they can't drink, actually. Never mind. Ugh. What? No. No. What are you doing? Go rest on the chair. Yeah, I heard about Afro Man winning his lawsuit. He was bragging. Well, he was saying how he fucked a deputy's wife. Oh my god, that was so fucking funny. I mean, yeah, disrespectful. In a vacuum, disrespectful to the cops. But if the cop is a fucking prick and also is using his own... and if the cop is using his own authority to pressure civilians as he shouldn't be, fuck him. Afro Man made some pretty big accusations there in his music videos. Really can't? Yeah, okay. Give me a quarter bottle of that tequila. A quarter bottle of tequila is a hell of a lot of tequila. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't go for the half. Hopefully that helps with the pain. Well, I guess I'm not going anywhere now. I can put that mason trowel away. Spare duffel bag can be up here in case anybody needs it, or we need the extra storage. I'll throw that pack of broccoli in there too. Keep the flashlight, matchbooks. I keep the nails. Actually, I wouldn't mind another box of nails. I'd like to go ahead and take that. We don't have any more carpentry books, do we? We only have carpentry 1. No, we don't even have carpentry 1. Oh, God. That's bad. Don't have any large handles to replace that. Yeah, that wood axe is going to give out any second. We have a firefighter axe. Oh, that's still in good shape, actually. We can use that. Go ahead and keep that. Put the bloody baseball bat away. I'm in a lot of pain, but the tequila's helping with that. Alright. I guess now that's probably a good indication that maybe we should start building. It's probably about that time. Hang on, though. I'll put this revolver away. I don't need to be carrying that. I know it's funny to do the most American stream, but I really don't need, actually, to be carrying that many. Unequip that. Then re-equip it. Not there. Still full. That one's good. Okay, cool. Alright. What do you mean no rounds found? A little annoying that we have to move individual bullets now. I think they should change that before the next update. That's a bit strange. Especially when they just did the really positive change of not making you have to move every individual piece of, like, smoking a cigarette. You know? You don't have to move, like, the lighter and the cigarette and remove the cigarette from the pack and running all those individual instances, which was just clearly way too much. Wash off all this blood. Yep, we're healing just fine. We'll be fine. Transmission is set to saliva only. So since we didn't get bit, we're good. Thank God we didn't get bit. We got very lucky. Very, very lucky. Bullet is sacred. Anyway, we got very, very lucky on that. I mean, it was... Even if we had died, it would have been due to a glitch, which sucks. But it happens. That's Zomboid. Shit happens, you know? I do want to get the skill book mod, not skill, skill journal mod and get that put on here at some point. Go ahead and grab all this wood. Thank you so much, Pug, if you're watching this or if you watch this in the future, for chopping down all this wood, by the way. All these trees. It's much appreciated. I've got a hacksaw around here somewhere. Maybe in one of these cars. There's a spare battery. Actually, I do want that. But not helpful. Nothing. Why can't you access the trunk in these cars? It's really frustrating. Leather gloves, shovel. No, nothing. Hacksaw. Hacksaw. Ooh, a large handle. That'd be good for the wood axe. I may take that inside, actually, because that needs to be done. Hacksaw, hacksaw. No, no. God, we need more storage. Again, though, I want to start building, but, like, this is just... I just don't think this house is the... I mostly just grabbed it because it was a survivor house and it was quick. But I'm just not sure this is the place to do it. And I'm naked. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Randomly becoming naked is still very much a problem. I don't know why, but randomly naked is still a thing that's happening. No idea why. No idea why being suddenly naked is a thing. Okay. Okay. So, gonna have to look into that. And 1,000 kills hasn't happened once? Okay. Maybe it's when you're injured? Because it didn't happen to me for the longest time either. This is very strange. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Attach shoulder holster. Attach belt left. Okay, cool. Belt right. Okay. Alright, we're good. Very strange. Very, very strange. Ooh, jeans. I'll take those. See if it happens again. Nope. Not that time. Very interesting. Wonder what Hephaestus and I did, because we've both seen this glitch now. Where we're suddenly naked in the middle of a fight. Twice in the past 10 minutes. And it hasn't happened to me the entire time. I don't know why you have a mason's trowel on you. It'd be nice to have a place where we can fish. Oh, Signy's at the gun store. Oh, Signy's doing just fine. He's looting the gun store right now. He's fucking stacked. Okay. About to make me look like a fucking chump. Just found a sledge a bit ago. Nice. And I'm still going back and forth on what exactly I want to do here. I don't fucking need this. Where do we want Castle Richard to be? You know what? There is a significant, nice, gated community on the other side of Riverside. Why don't we push our way over there and see about taking that? Because that would be... those would make for some far better safe houses. And there'd be plenty for everybody. You know, we could block off a couple choke points and keep zombies out of the area. Let's take a quick trip. Have a little tequila. And do some drinking and driving. mean, what's anyone gonna do? What are the cops gonna pull me over? It's the fucking apocalypse. All the cops are zombified. Oh, I also wanted to check out the bookstore, too. Oh no, the cops did find me! Here they are. Hello, sir. I would like your jacket. I don't know why police pants don't provide any protection. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh, they're everywhere. Okay. Yep. Well, should have known the car would attract them. Yeah, cars really bring zombies out of the woodwork. Oh boy. Oh yeah. They're gonna come for it. Go. Get out of here. Respawn's turned on. I need to not be spending so much time just fighting. Got a little cluster down there. Put the axe away. Really? I have to move the nails individually? Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, Zomboid. You can do better than that. You're making me move the nails individually? Come on. Come on. That's insane. Oh my god, moving stuff is such annoyance. I don't think me turning into a zombie is going to help the situation any. Alright, I think that cleared out the general area. I want to get down to the bookstore. Actually, I do really like the post office, too. This is also a really good basing location, though it does have quite a few windows. Come on. Come outside. Come on. Come on. Oh wait, I chose Brawler, so I do have increased axe skill, too. Oh, my bandages are dirty. Damn it. This place is pretty inhabited. Okay. You come too. Come on. Idiots. Yeah, come on, rat. You get out here too. Yeah, come over here. Come across the street. Come on, come on. Making some progress here. Oh, you got a fucking pipe stuck through you. I really want to get your buddy out here, too, if you don't mind. Oh, that's true. Oh, no, you're totally right. World War Z is a good example of that. I remember them, yeah, that was like a big thing with like in like the opening battle, how they brought like Patriot air defense to a battle against zombies who obviously do not use, like, you know, who obviously do not use planes, you know? Like the military showing up as like a big show of force, but not prioritizing what works, instead prioritizing showmanship and shit like that, you know? Yeah, no, you're totally right. And like them losing it and losing the battle in part due to their own cockiness and arrogance. Yeah, definitely. No, you're right. I haven't actually, again, I only know like bits and pieces of World War Z, but you're totally right. That's a great example of it. I wish there was more, you know, if only the movie had actually been accurate, but I suppose the movie came out in like 2000 and like the early 2010s, right at the tail end of Brad Pitt's relevance. I think even then he wasn't super relevant. Alright, I can hear them pounding on doors back here. Come on. Come along. God, I do need to read World War Z. Alright, come on. I'm still in a lot of pain right now, but we're making it work. Actually, why don't you just go ahead and come all the way across the street, just so I don't have to worry about it. Audiobooks all over YouTube? Okay. Alright, cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, give me that long, blunt skill. Made a stop by the dispensary this morning to improve that. Get this place cleared. Come on. Yeah, come this way. There's probably going to be quite a few of them. There's a lot of windows on this building. But I've got 72 hours before they come back. We can get it boarded up. No, just go ahead and come across the street. Just get over here. We can start building. We can work on our carpentry. I like this building a lot. I like the Postal Service building. And we can get plenty of beds from the motel. Although we can't mark it as a... Oh, no. We can't make it a safe house because it's not a residential building. Oh, shit. I still need to test that. Yeah, it's probably not going to let me because it's not residential, I'm assuming. Yeah, non-residential building. I thought I changed that setting, but apparently not. It's alright. We're going to keep working it out one at a time. We'll eventually get the settings where we want them to be. Taking it one day at a time, this whole running a server thing. I don't think we're doing too bad so far. At least I hope not. Oh, wow. I need a lot of bandages. Bandages or rags or something. Well, this isn't going to be a base, so I guess I'm not going to worry about killing zombies in here anymore. got back here? Mailbag. Homesteading. Yeah, I'll take these. Thank you very much. Harmonica. More alcohol. Boy, Americans love alcohol. Well, I mean, it's our thing. This is the Christian world, after all. It wouldn't be the same if we weren't drunk all the time. Let's see. The hunter. Oh, make traps. Yes. Yes, please. Welder magazine. Make cures. That's nice. All right. Cooking. Make more traps. Hell yeah. Another welding magazine. Lots of good stuff here. Large parcel. What does that have? A weight bench? Put that back on the shelf. I don't need that. Put that back on the shelf. Tiger chair. About a protracted war between China and America in the near future. Boy, that feels unfortunately relevant. But sounds cool. It's probably something we should be thinking about. Let's see. Modeling. Cool. Already got that. Make blank ID. Whatever, I'll take it. Zapper magazine. I'll take it. Bag. Already got that. Time. We're getting a little heavy here. That's alright. Oh, no, we're not. Never mind. It's just magazines and shit. Ooh, Angler USA. More glass making stuff. More cooking. I'll take that. Mostly taking 7.62 by 5.1 rounds and M1 from the gun store. Shotguns. Weaver West Point gun for anyone else who plays. Ooh, noted. Thank you very much. I may push over there. I wouldn't mind going over to West Point. I like West Point. It's a good town. We'll see, though. We'll see. Oh, there's stuff to take apart. Ooh, a cigar. Yeah, I'll take that. And we'll go ahead and eat this licorice, too. Why not? Down on the ground. Small game hunting. I think I already have that one. No, I don't. Reels. Teaches hollow out book. Okay, sure. Why not? These, a TV. Office supplies. Ooh, what do we got here? Electrical 2. Carving 1. I don't have that. Tailoring 1 and 2. Perfect. Not the most helpful, but I'll take it. First aid 2. Tracking 1. I've already got welding 2 back at the house. I've already got mechanics 2 back at the house. At least I'm pretty sure. If not, we can come back. Zine, another weldy. Oh, we got that. Oh, should be good. Setups China wins Pacific Naval War with overwhelming air, but that's insane. Attempts an invasion of the West Coast. However, after decades of Middle East insurgent war, America has become experts. Told from the perspective of a Chinese soldier losing his shit in Los Angeles. That would be kind of interesting. I mean, it seems interesting. As much as China is made out to be this big monster in our modern mythos, and by the DOD, DOW now, I guess. The truth is, China has never, at any point in its history, been able to project power abroad. Hard or soft power. I mean, we saw what happened when China tried to project soft power abroad with the Belt and Road Initiative. That was a massive failure. I mean, and When was the last time China tried to project hard power abroad? Read. Getting all the recipes. There we go. I mean, it would be kind of cool. Again, China, I don't think is the boogeyman it's often made out to be. I don't doubt that they would be quite a formidable foe if we were to fight them right off their own coast in Taiwan. Does it count as hard power projection? I mean, I don't know. I mean, does... What's-his-face? Oh, as a... Damn it. Who is... The opposition leader who went to Taiwan? I mean, does he count as Chinese or Taiwanese? Is it a new thing? I don't know. That would depend. I mean, first and foremost, China is not exerting hard power over Taiwan. That's kind of the whole reason they're having so much beef with the US right now. China is, as of this moment, not projecting hard power over Taiwan despite being right off their coast. They're not projecting hard power over South Korea. They're not projecting hard power over Japan. China's never been able to. They've never been able to project power over Japan despite being right off their coast and being a much, much smaller nation. Never been able to. You know, China's historically not. Taiwan is probably the one case where they have. I mean, even their expansions south, India has been curtailing them and is arguably a much stronger military. Any sort of quagmire that China were to get into in the South China Sea involving the US or really anyone else, probably Japan. Japan would get entangled almost immediately. I mean, China would have to deal with the fact that a lot of their historic enemies, such as Japan and India, or I guess not historic enemies, but historic geopolitical regional rivals, would almost immediately start taking advantage of the situation. Japan would take advantage of a weakened China that's distracted. India would and start pushing from the south, undoubtedly. Tibet and other non-Han Chinese sections of the CCP's power would immediately start getting rowdy. Even southern China, which is technically Han Chinese, even they would start getting rowdy almost immediately when the CCP gets distracted. I mean, I wouldn't... I don't think it would end well. I just don't. China's not particularly well liked in that region, you know? If you hadn't noticed. And their historic enemies, or at least historic rivals in the region, would immediately take advantage of a weakened, distracted China that was occupied with Taiwan. That's why I think the CCP is playing the long game. Because they know that there's just too many competitors who would be itching to see China distracted so they could take advantage. I mean, honestly, I think, personally, I think eventually some kind of a war is pretty inevitable along that coastline, where much like how borders and historical world orders in the Western world, in Europe, and in the Middle East are all being redrawn, the maps are being redrawn across much of the world. That's going to eventually reach Asia as well. And in Asia, they will begin reshaping exactly where the boundaries are for each individual empire. We'll see how that ends for them. For the Chinese, for the Japanese, for everyone. I mean, Japan's going hardline conservative now. We'll see how that goes for them. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how these countries deal with this geopolitical shakeup in the short term, medium term, and long term. I think that China wants to play the long game and not try to engage in any large-scale wars. But in the Taiwan situation, they may stupidly try to take power. And it just, yeah, I don't think it would end well for them. They have too many rivals in the region who would be itching for a fight, especially India. And even Japan more and more so by the day. Japan's ready for its military comeback. Yeah, it's... I agree. Whether or not it would be consistently popular among their people, we don't know yet. But, I mean, the Japanese are one of the oldest, are possibly the oldest ethnicity on the planet. They know what's up. They know what they're doing. Man, it's a shame I can't claim that. Hello, naked man. Where did I park my car? Oh, really far away. Parked it way down here because those cars get, the cars attract zombies so thoroughly. From so far away, you've got to park really far away to avoid that. Do I still have that duffel bag? It might be in the front seat. Let me see. Do I still have that duffel bag? No, I didn't bring it. God damn it. Oh well. Let's see if there's one in here. There's a fashion store. They might have something. Some kind of a bag. Even a book bag would be fine. Maybe we should try to build Castle Richard someplace between here and where Signy is. That way we can all kind of pool our resources generally. That might not be a bad idea. There's no bags here, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. Right, what's in the back? Balaclava, winter hat. This would be a good place to come back for winter gear if we needed it, but I need like a duffel bag. Let's go to the sports store. Maybe they've got one. Padding. I hear a zombie. Just heard a zombie breathing. It's gone now, though. I don't know. I don't know how it would end for China in the South China Sea. It could go either way. I mean, it's going to depend on how the first couple of days. Like, China is extremely powerful, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to downplay that. But I just don't know. I just don't know. There's too many historic rivals. There's just not enough historic precedent for China's ability to project power abroad, even close to its own shores. China's never been a naval power, ever. China has never been a naval power at any point in its history. Oh, there we go. Took the oxygen out of the Pakistan v. Afghanistan conflict. Isn't it still going on, though? Isn't it still happening? I mean, they're still bombing the fuck out of each other. I mean, did it actually take the gas out of it, or did it just... Is it just a more pressing story that led to people not paying as much attention to that story? We might never know, just due to neither of those countries really being big priorities for Western media outlets. Or, you know, Westerners seeking news. We might just never actually know what in the world, like how bad that war has gotten. The last I had heard, Pakistan was still killing, like, massive amounts of civilians in Afghanistan. Just mass, like, carpet bombing cities and shit. Just horrendous. Which should have been expected on the part of Afghanistan. You probably should have given Pakistan what they wanted. You didn't have any leverage. The Pakistanis have a far more technologically advanced military than the Afghanis, who were, the Afghanistan military ultimately was the Taliban only a few years ago. They're not equipped to run a modern military. They're equipped to hide in the hills and, fight an insurgency, fight as an insurgency, not to actually, fight. Proper military power like Pakistan, a nuclear power. You're gonna get chewed up, spit back out. Okay, a pause in the fighting is good. That's good. If nothing else, it's good that there's a pause in the fighting. I will say, the fight between Afghanistan and Pakistan seems to have taken the wind out of the sails of the fight between Pakistan and India, mostly because it's become a proxy war where India is now supporting the Taliban, which is fascinating. India seems to be fighting Pakistan through Afghanistan now. Which is hilarious, given that Pakistan themselves supported the Taliban for years, all throughout the U.S. occupation. Yeah, honestly, I also have not been paying as much attention to that conflict as I should be. It's a very interesting and very important conflict. But it's just not, it's hit the back burner for me. Got a lot of tools, too. I think China is preparing to pounce on a weakened and disorganized Russia. Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. I mean, arguably they already are. Did you see the release? I didn't watch it, but I saw some clips of it, and I watched, I think the Russian dude made a video about it. There was a Western journalist in Russia made a documentary about Russians living all the way in, like, bumfuck Siberia. And how basically a lot of them are seeing their... Basically, they're, like the Chinese are already moving in. Like, to be absolutely clear, the Chinese are already moving into Russia. Like, it's mostly, at this point, they're moving in businesses, they're moving in, like, a lot of, like, as Western powers have pulled out, like, Western companies who were helping with resource extraction, oil drilling, mining, Chinese companies have moved in, and they are bringing in Chinese workers to work at these places. So you have, like, Chinese coming onto Russian soil to both establish businesses and to work. And in some cases, because again, this is like far out fucking Siberia, in some cases outpacing them and like out populating them. There's more Chinese in some of these places because these Chinese companies are bringing Chinese workers, building housing, and they're basically like softly doing that already without firing a shot. At the very least, I could see them like taking back northern Manchuria. It would be in their best interest. They're gonna Belt and Road Russia. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, they're it seems like they're like Russia's part of their force projection strategy, and it's a good one. No one's gonna defend Russia. No one's gonna come to Russia's aid. And Russia has a lot of good resources that China can make use of, especially now that Iran's oil is still coming to China, but not as consistent now. Things are being interrupted with all the drama in the Strait of Hormuz. I just need another bag. Ooh, another Hawaiian. There we go. Is there another white one? No, I'll take the yellow. Ooh, a basement. Oh, shit. Hang on. What we got down here? Well, rats, first of all. Padded jackets, beer, leather coats. No bags. Bags, no bags. Not a single duffel bag? Yeah, I think China's preparing to get into Russia. I think they're gonna fuck them up. But for right now, but smartly, intelligently, China is content. I mean, if they can just continue moving in on Russian territory without firing a shot, they'll do that. I mean, they will. If they can just go into Russia without even... and take Russian territory, move out Russian citizens, take Russia's natural resources. If they can do that without firing a shot, they will. I mean, why bother? Why bother going to war with Russia just yet to really take those things when Russia's just going to give it to them as long as they're an international pariah? No one's going to weep for Russia. No one cares about Russia. Oh, that's scratch healed. Okay, that's good. What about this one? Ooh, that's scratch healed too. Okay, cool. This one's the laceration. This one's going to be, yeah. We're going to disinfect that with some alcohol wipes. Again. Puts us in pain, but that's okay. Let's wash off that dirty bandage and rags. Oh, the scratch in my head went away. Oh, perfect. Now I just have the laceration on my torso. Which is still bad. Can't claim this safe house. Okay. There we go. Throw on something creepy in the background. Alright, not bad, not bad. We're alive. We got a little fucked up when the game decided to glitch out that one time, but we're okay. We're fine. Haven't found any more bags, but whatever. It's fine. We'll be okay. Oh, spare pair of leather gloves. I will take that. Thank you very much. No. Fuck. Alright. Let's check the tool store. I thought somebody said the tool store burned down. Oh! An ambulance! Oh, fuck yeah. I need inside of you. I need inside of you right now. Oh, wow. Okay, well. You say, I knew you were there. Alright, let's see if they've got carpentry books and the tools that we need to upgrade our weapons. Because I would really like to get a better baseball bat. Like this, the regular baseball bat's cool, but let's see. Oh, carpentry 1, finally. Oh my god. Took way too long. Glass making 2. Okay, fine. Welding 2 through 4. Yeah, alright. Belarus likes Russia, but Belarus doesn't really strike fear in anyone's hearts except the Yeah, I was gonna say, the problem with Belarus is they're not popular among their own people. But then again, that was said about Iran too. You know, I doubt killing Lukashenko would just topple Russian support within the country. Viktor Orban may be getting voted out of office in Hungary, which would be a very interesting change in Europe. He has an election coming up, and we'll see if that election turns out to be free and fair. That's going to be the question. Because I don't think he's popular in his own country. Could be wrong about that. I am a Westerner who's looking in on the situation with hopeful eyes. Okay, more nails, which is great. Awesome. More sticks. Oh, a hacksaw. I do need that. More nails, hammers, hatchets. I suppose you have a duffel bag here. There's some kind of bag I can use for tools. Box of batteries. Ooh, a tackle box. That's good. Garden hoe, wrench. More nails. What time is it? It's still 5 o'clock. We got time. Lots and lots of seeds. Milk powder. Interesting. Get in there. Okay. Shears, scalpel, stethoscope, these needles, tweezers. Throw all those out. I don't need them. Or the tongue depressor. Don't need that either. Wipes, antidepressants. Painkiller. Hose. Put all that in there. Anything else we might need? I guess we'll take the needles, actually. At least a couple of them. Matchbook, painkillers. Spare battery. Oh, cigarettes. Put those in there. Throw those in the bag. Okay, cool. Is this car drivable? Hey, more cigarettes. Take those. There should be cigarettes in every car, though. That's always been one of the big issues with Project Zomboid for me. There should be cigarettes in, like, every car. It's 1990s Kentucky. Like, cigarettes should be fucking everywhere. As should guns. Everybody'd have a fucking gun on him. It's Kentucky. In the 90s. Oh, alcohol wipes. Okay, cool. Nick Shirley dropped another fraud documentary. Oh, yes. This one was about, well, he's back in California. This was the one that was about the, oh, what is it? the hospice fraud. Funny enough, he's not the first one to point this out. It's hilarious, but Dr. Oz, of all people, like the daytime television guy, he actually, I believe, was in front of Congress not that long ago talking about the major hospice fraud that's going on all across California. And now it was becoming an issue. Like, the hospice fraud specifically is a thing that's been brought up before, surely. But every single time Shirley covers anything, it's always, they always pretend like, oh, it's the first time anybody's hearing about this. No, it's fucking not. People have been bringing it up. Just that nobody wants to do anything about the fraud. I don't know. Speaks to the main problem with Democrats and Democrat-run states in general. They just treat the fucking budget like it's a bottomless trust fund. You know, like it's a fucking desiccated elephant carcass on the savannah that everyone needs to hack a piece off of. You know, it's just ridiculous. There's the bookstore here. Saucy. I think that's a clothing store. There's the bookstore. Get out of here. There's the bookstore. Alright. Let's take out these couple here. Hello? And pa! Get you both. And oh shit. Okay, it's quite a few. Alright, 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 alright. Oop. Okay. Get out of here. Nope. Where are you? Still at the door? Yep. Oh, there's two of them. Wait, wait, wait. Yep, I heard one behind me. So panicked. Calm down. You're just killing zombies. You do this all the time. Butchering 1. Got it. First aid 1. Carving 2. I already have carving 2. Napping. Glass making. The fuck cares? Small backpack. Fishing. Ooh. Actually, yeah. I'd like to read that now. I can tell you, having just left the home health care, the fraud is too common. As of last year, still signing time. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised that they would still be running on the honor system. And this is ultimately the problem with it, is that if it doesn't come down to whether or not you get busted, doesn't come down to whether or not you're committing the fraud, because pretty much everybody is. It ultimately comes down to whether or not your boss likes you. And that's where it starts to really degrade the fabric of how a society can even function. When fraud is so common that it's just expected, at that point, you can't be a proper meritocracy. You can't be promoting the best and brightest, because you're exclusively not promoting people based on it. I don't know. Shirley seems slimy. He's definitely got some corporateness to him. He's kind of awkward. I don't know about slimy. Not quite how I would put it, but he can be a little off-putting. I definitely... Ooh, wow. Oh, that was a lot of popping. Let's get some reading done in the middle of the street here. Actually, no. Save it. Save it, save it, save it. We'll read later. Wait. What's that? What's that? It's probably in one of the buildings. Just keep going. Yeah, healthcare is rife with scams. I mean, so many industries are rife with scams. And when you allow your industry to be rife with scams, there's way too many industries are reliant on federal subsidies or dollars, federal dollars in some way or another. And it causes them to be, it just changes the incentive structure to the point where people aren't getting promoted based on, you know, merit. Because people who have merit, people who get into home health care because they want to provide the best home health care, are also going to be the exact people who are not going to tolerate everybody abusing the system. Everyone just treating home health care as an opportunity to milk the time clock. You know, those two things are going to be incompatible. And so you just degrade the ability. And so by having these federal dollars continue to just slosh through the system, you end up, counterintuitively, you end up hurting it. Because you change the type of people who are going to get involved in that system when it's just a system to be exploited. It's a shame. It's really a shame. Especially for something like home health care, where it is necessary and we kind of need people working in an industry that they otherwise would never work in, because why would you? Why would anyone? You know? It's just shameful that we allow this. It's really shameful. But apparently we're okay with scams. As long as it's federal dollars involved. Whatever. I guess that's what we're doing now. I don't know. Oh, hang on. No, wait, wear that. What are you doing? Put that in the back. There we go. Now I'm not overweight. I also haven't gotten naked once this whole time, so I'm quite proud of myself. Put the box of batteries in there. Claw hammer. Hacksaw, hatchet, spare leather gloves. Keep the multi-tool. Let's consolidate these cigarettes real fast. I'll put the full pack there. Spare battery. Yeah, that'll do fine. Okay, cool. It's getting a little bit late. Down here. No, we'd have to keep clearing it. Otter pond. I'd like to get moving toward West Point. Not just because Signy's there, but because I would like to get to an area. I'd like for all of us to be able to, like, consolidate, kind of. Boss got hired because she has a bachelor's degree. Yep. Oh, I mean, yeah. The college system is another one that's just so rife with federal dollars, and the abuse is ridiculous. That's before you mention the fact that a lot of those degrees are fucking worthless now. Before you even get to that part. Yeah, the whole being a just have a degree in anything expectation for job hiring these days has really ended up hurting companies more than anything, it seems. Hang on. Hang on. Let's have a smoke before we deal with these guys. Nope. Alright. God damn it. My range is just so fucked up. I'm not the Zomboid Pro that I once was. God, I'm missing so many shots. Ooh, caffeine pills. Thank you. How's my electrical coming along? Well, I'm past 1. It's something. Yeah, fortunately the degree requirements seem to be decreasing now. I think enough companies have realized that it ended up hurting their ability to find candidates who were actually good. Especially with how transactional they've gotten now. Have you followed, as a fellow working man, have you followed Mike Rowe's podcast? I didn't know he had a podcast till like a few months ago. Or like, maybe like a month ago. But he talked, Mike Rowe, who is probably one of the most understated, but probably one of my favorite conservative voices in America right now. He talks about the modern collegiate system, and he just straight calls it directly transactional. Like, at this point, families simply know, yeah, we are paying to get you this piece of paper, and that is what it is for. You know? Like, we're paying to give you this leg up that is ultimately just a piece of paper that says, you should hire me compared to others, and the actual utility is near non-existent. It is like a degree is more getting a degree is more transactional than ever. Mike Rowe, of course, for those who don't know, being the guy from Dirty Jobs. Yo, Allie, welcome in, welcome in. I'm glad you could be here today. Hope things are going well for you, by the way. Thank you for coming back. I'm glad to see people here. I'm sorry it's been a while. It's only been for good reasons, though. It's only because I've been working a lot of overtime, and I really like my new job. So, things have been kind of crazy. I haven't had quite the time that I would like to be streaming, and I have not been able to stream at times that actually would be good. Hey, random car key. Sure, why not? Nope, hang on. But yeah. Also, I'm going to hop off here in a bit. We've been going it's been a couple hours now, so I think I'm going to hop off and get back on tomorrow. Maybe do a marathon session tomorrow, we'll see. Get on a little bit earlier. But I wanted tonight to be about my late night folks. Other end of the spectrum, worked at Home Depot. Everything was modern, strict, from timekeeping. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. You can really see the difference between
fields people work in where things have to actually work, and the mindset it creates, and the need for actual meritocracy within that. Theo Vaughn. I've never watched that much Theo Vaughn. Just personally. But I'm sure he has some thoughts. Oh shit, what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, so I mean at my job, one of the funny things is, one of the interesting things about working security at a hospital is that you are simultaneously one of the lowest paid and also one of the most well-respected people in the hospital. Like, it's actually kind of funny to me how respectful even doctors who make quite literally 10 times my salary will call me sir. It's very strange. Dude, fucking love Mike Rowe. Fucking OG actual conservative. I wish he would, I wish I would see him in more places, but it doesn't seem like mainstream media really wants to actually, like, platform. Even mainstream media, even conservative outlets like Fox News, it doesn't seem like they want to spend a lot of time platforming actual sane conservatives. They just want to platform crazy people. Same with social media outlets, too. They only platform the craziest fucking people. It's been their problem for a long time. I mean, conservative or not, one of the issues with social media has been platforming psychos. That's been true for a very long time. Yeah, give me that long blunt skill. Broad supporter of trade unions. I have mixed feelings on unions as an Illinoisan. You know, with we've seen how the teachers union has fucked over the state, exerting massive political will, despite the fact that many bigwigs in the fucking Chicago teachers union live in fucking Indiana and send their kids to private school, which says a lot about how much they actually care about the places that they're running. Speaking of industries that are rife with fucking dollars they don't deserve and abusing the fuck out of it, giving us nothing in return. Anyway, I'm gonna grab... No, I'll leave this stuff. I think a lot of this stuff is probably gonna just come with me. I'm gonna leave the trauma bag. Bring the police hat. Spare gloves. I'm gonna bring 2 boxes of nails inside. And then we'll grab the books. I'm gonna bring all these inside. That way, if Pug or others want to start using them, we can. What the fuck? Oh, I'm queasy. Oh, that's not good. Oh, and I've got muscle strain. Lovely. Ah, shit. Well, I'm queasy. This might be the end, guys. Well, I guess I shouldn't start, Hang on. Shouldn't start working on my carpentry skill if I'm gonna zombify. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's get all these cleaned up, though. That's not bloody. Leave that there for now. Yeah, I have mixed feelings on unions. I think unions can be good and bad. I mean, again, Illinois' politics being a perfect example of when unions can go wrong and when unions can, you know, exert too much political authority and become more about defending themselves than actually, like, serving the people as they should be. The train running on time. Yeah, honestly, maintenance is one of our... Oh, God, maintenance is one of the worst fucking departments. But yeah, it's funny how, like, we're extremely well respected in the hospital. I mean, it's good. I like it. It's part of what I like about the job. I like being a job where I'm respected. And it's kind of funny because it's... I mean, hospitals they tend to be very left-leaning because doctors and nurses especially are very left-leaning chronically. You know, Alex Preddy being a good example. Nurses tend to be very left-leaning in general. Why that is or what trends, you can figure that out. You can follow the chain of logic there yourself, but it's true. Oh, my queasiness went away. Thank God. But yeah, it's true. They are. And one of the funny things is security is not. And sometimes that can lead to issues on occasion. Usually not. Everyone's pretty good about it. People don't really fight like that in situations like this, but it is very true. It is, and it's very, very funny that security being one of the yeah, my Hawaiian shirt. Yeah. Security is very, very left-leaning, while the nurses are not. And sometimes that leads to struggles. Sometimes that leads to clashes, but it's interesting because it's still a situation where even if they don't agree with the calls that we make sometimes, they still have a lot of reverence for our department, because they kind of have to, because it's a situation where they know, like how do I put this? Here's the best way I can put it. Whenever I hear all the time from nurses, all the fucking time, one of the most common things they come to me and complain about is, I just saw that new security guard they hired, and that guy's so small. You know, like they're, or hearing nurses who are mostly left-leaning come up to me and say, didn't they just hire some tiny little girl to work on, to work in security? To which I respond every single time, we are an equal opportunity employer, and we do not discriminate based on gender, size, age, because that's true. We legally cannot. Which is a good thing, but also it's funny how many of these people who are incredibly left-leaning, doctors, nurses, and other people in the healthcare field, which tends to lean left in general, it's a very empathetic field. It attracts a certain type of people, you know, it's whatever. That's fine. But it's funny that, you know, when it comes to security or other departments where they're still the first ones. They're still the first ones to come to us and be like, why aren't you hiring exclusive either big black dudes or massive corn-fed motherfuckers to be the only ones in security? Why are you hiring women in the security department? We're an equal opportunity employer. Why would we ever discriminate against a woman who wants to work in security? And they just kind of get flustered. They're like, ah. But it's funny to see. And on the one hand, I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I think security should be a male-dominated department. I think that. I'm surprised, but, you know, having male-dominated departments, isn't that a bad thing, you know? Want to see plumbers and electricians, welders unions strengthened because they tend to use their leverage towards safety concerns. That is also true. That is good. I'll admit. Yeah. I mean, is being a plumber that dangerous these days? Not to mention the fact that unions are arguably keeping people out. I mean, it's funny enough, one of the guys I work with did used to be a plumber before he did this job. And part of the reason, and he got out of plumbing, even though he was like a licensed plumber, he ended up getting out of the field because it was hard on his body and he just didn't want to do it. And he kind of got tired of the union too. Like, it's not that common of a uncommon of a thing these days for guys to get out of a field like that because they're kind of tired of dealing with the unions, from what I have heard. Nursling succubus. I have not. Honest. Fuck you for mentioning that, because literally my boss, who's gay, who's just funny, which is just funny, because oh my god, it's so goddamn funny, but he'll rant all day. I am tired of losing security jobs. Stop getting blowjobs from nurses on the job. Oh, not a common thing, but the most common reason why security guards get fired is fucking nurses, is drama with nurses. Drama meaning either getting caught making out with a nurse in the middle of your shift, getting caught, common thing, that happens. Hospitals, people in the hospital fuck. Like, hospitals are horny fucking places. But yeah, super common reason we lose security guards. Probably like one of the most common reasons is getting caught in some sort of drama surrounding a nurse. Either getting caught doing something with a nurse on the job, or just some other type of drama that she drags you into. Yeah, super common reason to get, to lose your job when you work in security at a hospital. Super common reason. Probably one of the most common reasons. And my boss will just rant about it all day. Stop fucking the nurses! I never have, to be clear. Never hooked up with a nurse. I've been at the job 4 months now. Never done that with a nurse. There's one or two who are kind of cute and into me. I don't know. Maybe I've been kind of talking to one of them. But still, it's just so goddamn funny. He'll just rant all fucking day about it. Like, stay away from the nurses. Not even, and again, it's not even that, like, he thinks we're gonna, like, sexually harass them. Just purely because he's tired of losing security guards. Because they get caught up with nurses. Oh my god. Dude, they're a type. They're a fucking type. That's what I'll fucking say. Nurses are a fucking type. Let's get some survival. Let's read the masonry book. Oh my god. Got like 3 trade schools around me with union partnerships. I mean, yeah, of course. I just don't think... My only pushback as far as unions involving things like electricians and plumbers, I don't think that union strength is the thing that's keeping young people out of those fields. I don't think that, like, they pay well. Like, they pay extremely well. Like, those fields are doing well. I'm not saying the unions should be dissolved. I'm not one of those naive fucks that says, well, the field's doing fine, so we should just get rid of the union. No, I don't think that either. But I do think the unions might be failing to address why young men aren't getting into these fields at the rate they need to be replacing the old heads retiring. And why specifically they aren't getting, like, the types of young men who are, I'm entirely honest, smart enough to be working in these fields. You have to be smart to be an electrician. There is a lot of math involved. You got to be smart to be an electrician or a plumber, you know? And they're not getting the types of young men, and they're not getting enough of them. And it's not due to pay. And until they really understand that, I think they're just going to keep hemorrhaging people, and it's just going to get worse. And quite frankly, if I'm going to put my real... conspiracy hat on and really engage, I think in a lot of cases, I think a lot of the old heads don't necessarily want young men getting involved in these fields because it lowers their the amount that they can charge. If there's a lot of people in these fields, that means they can charge less, you know? Scabs destroy union power. That's actually, I mean, we've talked about this before. That's why John Fetterman is the only Democrat who's against who's against illegal migration. He's a fucking, because he's a union guy. You know, he doesn't want them undercutting the Teamsters. You know? I don't think that they're, you know, I don't know. Big ass way. Yeah, it's not even, it's not even just, yeah, I mean, it's corruption, but it's a lot of things. I don't know. I gotta think more about it. I'm not quite prepared for a discussion on unions. It's just, oh, it's infected. God damn it. I don't even think corruption in the union is the problem at this point. It's just, I don't think they're just addressing the reasons why young men aren't getting into these fields. I just don't think money's the reason why, you know? And we need more men going into these fields. I don't think that money's the reason why we aren't getting the types of people at the rates we need to be replacing, you know, those who are retiring. And I'm not entirely sure that those who are retiring want a new generation coming up behind them, because that would be a threat to the amount of money they can make in the meantime, to be entirely honest, which I guess is corruption. I guess that counts as corruption. You know, if the people within a union don't want competition, that counts as corruption, I guess. I don't know. It's quite sad. But yeah, that's where I am as far as unions. They're generally a good thing, but they're also, you know, coming from Illinois, they definitely have their downsides. They definitely have their downsides. Definitely. I don't think they should be treated as like a 100% good thing all the time. All right, play that. Read here. There we go. Said I was gonna log off, then you get me ranting about fucking unions or some shit. You know my weakness. Get him ranting. If you do that, he'll stay on stream. That's the secret. I'll be back on tomorrow, too. I want to keep working at that. I keep going back and forth. I need to fucking make a decision on where we should be basing. I think we should push for West Point. I don't know. I kind of wanted to have more people on before pushing for West Point. And I don't want to kind of leave Pug back here. But I mean, there's plenty of supplies. He'll make it out. There's plenty of cars. It's politics, Rich. Allie, stop! Don't do that. But yeah. Maybe we should just go ahead and head down toward West Point. Rosie the Riveter types. Honestly, go work at a hospital. Actually, especially with your background in healthcare, you know what? Honestly, hospital security, maybe try it. Like, you have a background in healthcare. They do a lot of their training on the job or on site. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, maybe give it a shot. Like, and it's something you can really make a career out of. Like, hospital security, I didn't realize was like a field you can make a career out of. You know? And it's still healthcare adjacent, so you still get those nurses. And they are appreciative. Yeah, honestly, Al, like, hospital security. Honestly, like, throw out, put in, I'm not even joking though. Like, put in some applications. Like, why not? Do it. It's a field where you're in healthcare. You meet lots of cute nurses. But, Allie, you too. Why not? You think you can do it? How do you feel about wrestling psych patients? That's a lot of the job. Not going to sugarcoat it. That's a lot of the job. It's a lot of wrestling psych patients to the ground if you need to. Or wrestling them back into bed, usually. Spend a lot of time forcibly sedating people. Or we've more than once strapped people to bed. I've had hard R's thrown at me. Lots and lots of slurs. Make a river base? I don't know if I want to put that. We're not going to do any big, extensive builds and bases until we've got, like, our full mod list, until we figure stuff out. Eventually, I want to see this place get nuts, building some crazy bases. Also, I'd probably go to Brandenburg and get the ship if I wanted to build, like, a really cool river base. Or, oh, right, there's also a military base over here. I always forget about this. I always forget there's a military base up there. Yeah. I don't know. I really want to push for Louisville. You know I'm a city guy. You know, I want to push out to Louisville if possible. But I chose Riverside because it has decent loot. But also has enough rural stuff around it that I figured if Hephaestus and his crew jumped on, they'd be in good shape to, like, go out to Doe Valley, do some looting, stuff like that. It's laggy? Oh, shit. Well, that's not good. Well, yeah, okay, fair enough. Huh. What's between here and Brandenburg? Really, I'm just thinking about going house shopping more than anything else. Here, nothing. A schedule? Allie, you know better than to ask me for a schedule. You know better than that. It's so inconsistent. I'm really bad at it. I will be back tomorrow sometime, probably, I don't know. I want to, probably in the day. Tonight is the late night stream on my weekend. I'm also waiting on my editor to get back to me. He said he'd have the footage finished today, but never got back to me. He's probably still working on it, which is fine. I'd rather have an editor who wants to keep working on stuff and make it perfect than one who's gonna rush. Oh, I also did get a bunch of photos taken today. I did get some work done today. I got a bunch of photos taken of the new Game of Thrones minis. So be looking for those on the Discord. I'll post them soon. Actually, I'll post them right now. I gotta kind of wait because it's super dark outside anyway. Give me one sec. I'm gonna post them up real fast in the Discord. I'll throw them up. You guys will like these. Yeah, throw it in the model making. Do. Yep, download that. Download. Yeah, these are good. Oh, I still got more I didn't pull off. Oh, shit. I got more of them still on the file I never bothered to pull. Well, here's the first couple anyway. I'll throw them up in the Discord right now. There we go. I just got the basing all done on them. I haven't started painting them yet. Got to get them primed. That'll happen probably sometime tomorrow. We'll see. Would one of the 2 regional hospitals... Oh, that's right. You did tell me they just had a bunch of hospital closures. Weren't many positions. Yet another abandoned building in Youngstown. About a year ago, though. Yeah. It's a field that also translates. So if you ever wanted to move out of Youngstown... I mean, I know the reason you originally went there is kind of bunk now. So it is a field where... I mean, you've already worked technically in... not hospitality, in healthcare. So technically you're already in a field that translates across regions if you ever wanted to move. But security does too. I was actually surprised by how much it, like, can transfer. Just want to go ahead and claim it. I don't know. Finally bought Zomboid. Oh my god, finally! How have you not bought it sooner? You've watched me play it so much at this point. That's almost sad that you haven't done it sooner. Let me see. Oh boy. Oh, she's calling. I gotta drop the kids off at the pool. Alright. Give me your suggestions for where we should start building. We're not building anything crazy or extensive until after the next reset, which is going to be a while. We're going to try to stay mobile for right now. But we're not doing bad. I say we just explore the riverfront area. We'll start exploring the small towns tomorrow. Just get on the road, kind of stay mobile. Keep stuff, you know, keep it light. See who wants to join in. Might push over and see Signy over in West Point, but I think we're just going to explore the riverfront area. Set up some kind of a base. Maybe over here. See what this collection of building is. A little farm. Or maybe one of these. We'll set up some kind of a safe house. Somewhere between West Point and Riverside. Probably somewhere around the bend here. We'll go ahead and get started on that. Alright. I'm out for the night. I'll be back in a couple of hours. Well, sometime tomorrow. So probably around 12, 14 hours, probably. I know some of you guys are... I know what tomorrow is kind of nebulous with some of us being in Australia. But probably about... Coward should just sell my house. I mean, it's up to you. Ohio could be... Ohio's due for some kind of a turnover, I hope. It's up to you, though. But like I said, hospital security, great field. That's surprisingly transferable as far as both skills and upward mobility. Surprising amount of upward mobility. And you have a history in healthcare. You'd still get to meet a lot of cute nurses, which is always important. There's one or two who have been all over me. I probably should just bite the bullet. Anyway, yeah, I'm out for the night. I'll be back in about 12 to 14 hours. That'll be about roughly 2 p.m. here in the Midwest. And I will see you guys then. Until then, there is... yeah, keep looting. I think we're just gonna plan on pushing through and keep exploring the region, like the riverfront areas between Riverwood, Riverside. Oh, let's call it fucking Riverwood, because fucking Skyrim. Riverside and West Point. Exploring that curve area, because I think that building a base somewhere in that area is really good, because it's still within somewhat driving distance of Muldra, both of those towns. We have access to Doe Valley for those who like camping, like Hephaestus does, and a lot of those regions, small towns. Yeah. Alright, I will see you guys soon. Do check out the photos over on the Discord, because they're dope as shit, and I'm quite proud of them. I will see you guys soon. Good luck and